Hi, today I'm going to talk about the build of my Flitework Extra 300 LP, which has a wingspan of 1.2 meters, and I just want to go through the components I used and the modifications I did. There are a few little modifications, and I will show you what I did. Yeah, let's start at the front end. What I used at the front end is Xoar wooden prop. It's a 13.7 prop size, and the reason why I use wooden props is pretty simple. They are more efficient than, for example, HPC E-props, and they are also much lighter. You have 22 grams for this prop I used, and an APC E-prop with same dimensions is around 33 grams, so you have around 30% less weight on your wooden prop. Then it's an iron-out spinner with aluminium backplate. The motor is Axi 28-2012 with 190 kVs, and the system like this has around 2 kilograms of power, and the whole plane ready to fly, including battery, is around 1250 to 60 grams. So yeah, plenty of power. Then one thing what I'm still a bit disappointed is the quality about the covering of the wings. As you can see, there are not so nice finished parts on the wing, and I really tried to remove them with ironing, but no chance. So that is the result, how it looks like after some tries to remove these not so nice spots on the wings. It's on both sides, the same problem, also underneath the wing, and at the fuselage you have also a few spots where the covering is not finished very nice. Okay, then let's come to the battery, or yeah, let's open the canopy to have a look inside. First, the ESC. It's a Hobbywing Flyfun 40 amps. Works fantastic, nothing special, but yeah, it's good for every kind of flying, and it's okay for the power the motor uses. And then the most important thing, as you can see, I have a strap for the battery really far behind in the roof. The original position of the battery is in front of the wing tube, and like this you have CG, which is far away from good for 3D aerobatics, and so I decided to build an own wooden battery mount to go back with the CG. Like this, with a 3S 2200 milliamps battery, you have a CG on around 33% back of the front end of the wing. So I think it should work well. The situation is that the battery fits perfectly in this space between the servo and the wing rod, so I cannot move the battery anymore. There are no test flights yet with the new CG, so I have no idea how it would fly, but I think it would be much better than if you put the battery on the original position. Okay, then we go to the servos. We have all around the same servo for elevator, for aileron, and for rudder it's a Hitec HS65HB. It's analog servo with around 2 kilograms of power, and they work well for this size of planes. And perhaps the receiver, it's Futaba R2008 SB. That's okay for park size planes. You don't have to be worried about the range of this system. Okay, perhaps we have to turn it around just for a short look at the lower side, at the bottom side of the plane. And there's not much to talk about, just the built-in aileron servos. There are carbon rods to make the whole thing a little bit lighter. The same thing at the elevator servo in the back. And something special at the elevator servo is at the rear end of the servo, the fuselage is not strong enough, it's soft. So when you push the servo into the fuselage moves. And what I did is I just took a small piece of wood and put it in between the left and the right side of the fuselage to fix the fuselage position. And like this you have a super rigged servo which cannot move also under high pressure. Yeah, that's almost it. A little modification on the landing gear. As you can see, there is a tiny little carbon rod in the wheel cover, and the interesting thing is that the landing gear has already this second hole for a rod like I did it, but there is no rod, there is no drilled hole in the wheel cover. So I decided to drill a 2mm hole and put in 2mm carbon rods, just to fix the possibility or avoid the possibility to rotating the wheel covers during starting or landing. And like this, the wheel covers are well fixed. Yeah, that's almost it about the build of this plane. There is no more inside, no more around. Everything else is just built like it comes out of the box. And I really tried to keep down the weight. The manufacturer says the ready-to-fly weight is 1,250 grams, so I almost reached it with around 1,260 grams. And the reason for this more weight is simply the additional battery mount. This is around 12 grams, so it is possible to reach the weight the manufacturer says, but you really have to fight a little bit. Low weight propeller and some screws which are lighter than what is recommended. The rudder servo is much lighter than the recommended servo, so like this it's possible to reach the weight which the manufacturer is talking about. Yeah, now I hope for good weather soon. We have a lot of rainy days the few last weeks, so no flights possible, but hopefully it will be possible soon to go flying, and the flying video will follow as soon as possible. Okay, thanks for watching, have a good time, bye bye.